This week on Chicago Beer Pass, Nick and I are drinking some Burnt City beers as we talk about trips to Eris, Beguile, Hailstorm, and we get ready for Ultra Fresh this weekend. All that and more on this week's episode. What did we do these last 3 weeks, Zoe? What'd you make it to?
Yeah, because, you get a cork popped out, boop, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The legend, Mr. Pete Crowley. I love Pete Crowley, man.
How's that beer? It's what you think it is.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
And we just survived a massive hailstorm.
Dude,
or Nick did. I was inside.
Dude, it's 85 degrees, and then it just starts hailing out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it's a beach. 85 degrees, beach weather. I'm going to wrap the show. I'm going to go to the beach. And then on the way to the show, fucking hail.
Got screwed. At least we got beer.
We do have beer. Things are looking up.
Yeah. We recently drank this on a YouTube video, the Pterodactyl Deathscream.
Yeah.
From Burnt City. But I didn't have anything else, and I hadn't drank my other cans, so I was like, well, let's just dive into this. It's delicious.
Yeah, Deathscream is nice, man. This is it's big, just like that narwhal.
That hail? Oh.
and the 3-inch hail. And how's it 85 degrees, and then it starts hailing?
That's weird.
What?
Yeah.
What? It's 8%, though.
Yes.
Double dry hop.
It's not too big. It's like a,
It's decent. It's a big boy IPA.
Mm-hmm. So they recently had a release party or event for this. And,
Yeah.
This was the first time, I think it was in the 16-ounce cans, because I looked online recently and I saw the old Burnt City cans with, it almost looked like a phoenix instead of a pterodactyl on it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That looked like a previous version.
These black and gold cans with the red trim are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's no big phoenix on here. It's just the eye of the pterodactyl.
Right.
Looking menacing. Oh, but if you look in the eye, you can see like his reflection. The pupil kind of looks like a bird in flight.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's cool.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Awesome. There is still cans of this available at District Brew Yards, because I was over there this past weekend and I saw it there. So.
Right on.
All right, but we're going to sip on this double dry hopped IPA as we talk about our past week. And, yeah, District Brew Yards, I'm there again.
Yeah, dude, so you're there. This is like your fifth time. I'm done keeping score, man. You're there all the time. You're a regular. It's like your cheers.
I was out with the wife. She hadn't been there yet.
Okay.
So
Really?
she wanted to check it out. So we just popped in and did like little half pours. I tried the Who's a Good Hazy Boy from Bulldog.
Okay.
And she did the rosé from Around the Bend.
Yeah. I'd like to try that.
Yeah, but she wanted to check out the place, so I was like, all right, sounds good. Previously on that little trip, we went to Cruz Blanca. I was like, what is that place? Cruz Blanca for brunch.
Yeah.
Because have you had food at Cruz Blanca recently besides tacos?
No, I've only had tacos. I only go for lunch or like
They
post-game.
do these giant tostadas that are basically pizza. It's pizza.
Really?
Yeah. So we did one of those for breakfast. You can get them with egg and chorizo, and they're pretty good. But it's a giant tostada, or a giant nacho, really.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
When I had the taco, I was thinking like I don't know if I should like a $5 taco just on principle, but it was delicious.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even really be mad at it. I'm like, well, it is good though. So there's that.
It's good, and the beers were good.
Yeah.
I was drinking the Palm Shade. That's also in cans, I realized. So
Okay.
I should have grabbed some of those cans.
Is this what is this, like a grapefruit thing? Like some kind of
No,
is it fruit beer?
I think it was just one of their. I want to say, was it just an IPA or an APA kind of thing? So not a fruit version at all.
I like their take on the Moody Tongue-esque Austrian hand-blown glassware that they use for some of their beers. You get one of their fancy fruity beers, and it comes in a really cool like stemware.
Oh, nice.
I like it. I like that.
Oh. They still had some of that Lady Lupanata bottles there.
Really?
They still do.
Ah.
I was I was like, maybe this might be the best thing we could drink, and we didn't get it though.
Like, you could get it to go, though?
Yeah, $15 bottle to go.
Good call.
And they have, I think, the Ray Gordo, and maybe one more still.
Those beers fuck, man.
It's still good. I think we still have one hanging around here that we haven't dove into yet. But yeah, those still there. So if you haven't picked them up, well, especially if you haven't had Lady Lumpinata, get it. Get after it.
Vastly underrated program over there at Cruz Blanca.
Yeah. But it was so nice that day. We were going to go into Haymarket, but their little outdoor area was full. And so we grabbed some of the scooters.
Did you get the
We
scooter?
went some of the scooters, and then we just scootered over to the takeout window of Duck Duck Goat.
Okay. Now, you didn't ride your scooter on the sidewalk, did you?
No.
All right, good. Because you're supposed to walk on the sidewalk and ride on the street, and I've seen them twice, both ridden on the sidewalk.
I don't know, there's already been a lot of accidents. Some dude, Maeve was just telling me, hit a biker, broke ribs, knocked out teeth,
Oh, my God.
and the dude on the scooter just took off.
Yeah, we were saying how last week, Jack Muldowney from the Hop Review was saying he was in Atlanta and broke his hand running into a scooter.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually pretty dangerous. It's like, it's not even like...
Have you got on one yet?
No,
They are
that's
like
not my style,
they're
man.
fast. Like someone told me they could get up to 35 miles an hour.
is
Like what? You can barely even drive in the city and hit 35 miles an hour.
That's true. Yeah, if you're on Damon, right, you can go 35 on Damon. There's a lot of pretty major streets that you probably can't even go
Right,
35.
but you're on a scooter, you're flying,
Wow.
and they're fast. They're fun.
So it's just like the divvy bikes, just right on the corners, random corners around town.
Yeah, like together, Maeve and I spent $5 to basically walk 2 blocks,
Yeah.
and it was like that wasn't really worth it, but it was fun.
So in your case, you just took it back to wherever you got it.
We just left it.
What do you mean?
You just leave it.
You just leave it?
You just take it where you want, and you leave it there.
That's kind of fun.
And then someone else will pick it up from there, and they'll take it somewhere.
Oh man, funny.
So yeah, you just
We just left it.
you scan the code, and someone else will unlock it. So you don't have to take it back anywhere. Once you're done, you're done.
I kind of like that. You got me thinking about the scooter, man. 'Cause,
They're fun, but they're just really silly. Because we biked down to the West Loop. We were going to scooter there, but we're like, what are we doing? We got bikes. Like, why?
Yeah.
We just biked there. And then we're like down there, we're like, well, we got to try them. So took them a couple blocks.
And this
But we missed out on stopping in at
scooter beer
Haymarket.
pass here.
Yeah, we missed out on stopping at Haymarket. Even though we were right there, we locked our bikes like at the bike rack right by Haymarket. And we didn't go in.
No. Yeah, their sidewalk seating picks up pretty fast. And then when it's nice out, you kind of need that sidewalk seating. It's where you want to be.
Right.
Yeah. There ain't a whole lot of natural light coming in that joint.
No, it's pretty dark in there. Yeah. That was my little Saturday outing. Yeah, so that was fun.
Very cool.
But you made it out to the burbs, right?
Yeah, man. Deep South Burbs. Hailstorm. It's my first time going for one of these.
It hailed today.
Oh, and then it hailed today. We're bringing it all together, man. It was a hail. It hailstorm today. Yeah, man. For Vlad Coconut. Because we've been chasing this coconut high since last year.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, when we showed up and we had it on tap, and we're like, what the fuck? This is great. But all the bottles are gone.
Okay.
So we showed up on time and got some bottles. Pretty smooth allotment, man. Cash only. They walk you through the other entrance, boom. Through the barrel warehouse, you get your beer, boom. You go get it on tap. It was easy money.
Cool.
I was like, this is very good. Everything should be this easy. Yeah. And, it's 14.1%, Brad.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a big boy.
But it's worth it.
It's delicious, man. I mean, like I was looking at some of the other, like Maplewood has one on now, it's coconut, Cuppa. Cuppa is their pastry series.
Okay.
Different flavors. But like locally, man, I don't know if I dig a coconut stout like this. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones out there. I had them all. Like there's Coconut Jones Dog.
Yeah.
From Pipe Roast, but I just don't remember having that. But this is my jam. I really dig it. Yeah. So I was happy.
Sounds good. Was it packed? What was the turnout? Was there?
Good amount of people, but it looks like they just had an expansion. So when you walked in and there was just a wall and a bathroom, they took that bathroom down, kicked the wall down. So now they got this huge space.
And no bathroom?
Tripled their space, and then the new bathrooms off in the corner. Tripled the space. They're doing that thing like, you know how you go to the original Half Acre and there's kind of like the distressed wood. It almost looks like barrels, like instead of like tiling on the walls or something. There's just like repurposed barrel wood.
Oh, cool.
And so it looks really cool. It's a big, gigantic space. This new space is like the size of the brew house, essentially.
Oh, neat.
Like it's like it's like a huge space now. Yeah, so they're slowly taking over that whole little wing of the industrial complex, because that's like, you've been there. It's like a straight up industrial park.
No, I haven't been to Hailstorm.
Oh yeah, it's like off in the cut, off some random
I've
side
been
street.
to 350 and
Yeah.
I've been to Soundgrowler.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
My Tinley Park stops there.
so no tribes for you. Tribes.
No,
off?
haven't been Tribes. Haven't been to the bottle shop there either. That's in the same
Oh,
parking lot too.
The open bottle.
Yeah, haven't been there.
Yeah, they threw a open bottle fest this weekend. Oh. So they had like, you know,
One of our misses.
one of our misses. Yeah. Yeah, Tinley Park's a good hang. I like it out there. And then you know how like beer country USA.
Yeah, it's not a terrible drive. If you're heading out there, you can, from like Wicker Park, it usually takes about an hour to get there. You can kind of make it back sometimes in like 45, 30, depending on traffic. But for whatever reason, it always takes longer to get out there. Don't know why.
Yeah, but I dig that place.
Yeah.
Once a year. You know?
Once a year you dig it.
Once or twice a
Once a year you dig
Once
it.
or twice
Not
a year.
enough. You don't dig it enough to go all the time.
Because you know they do the Vlads all the time, barrel aged stout series. They do them all the time, and I think I had the coffee one. You know,
Okay.
I've had a couple other ones. They were decent, but they didn't bring me joy. Like, this is a different gear for me. This coconut one.
Cool.
And I don't even know if I like coconut like that. I mean, I definitely like it in beer, but like just coconut, like coconut juice or like coconut
Water.
coconut water. No, I'm pass on that.
Yeah.
No, coconut cocktails. Too sweet.
Okay.
But it's something about coconut in a beer, and I'm in. You know.
But no coconut cotton, rum and coconut?
No.
The rum and the coconut.
No, man.
All right. So how many bottles did you pick up, or could you pick up?
You could get 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I
got all 4?
I think I got 4. Yeah. Could double down and got 8. And I'm like, we're gonna do with 8 bottles of goddamn Vlad.
Yeah.
You know, 8. That's a lot.
Gonna get frisky on that. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? Did you just go there, or did you hit up anything else in
I
Tinley
just
Park?
went there. We had guests the last couple weeks. Ended up at Half Acre.
Okay.
For that, you know, it was a bocce night thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about, they have a beer called Dawn of Man.
Okay.
And it's almost like a banana. It's a banana IPA. It's banana, lactose, what else? Coconut and vanilla.
That coconut.
Yeah, that coconut. But they were saying how it was built on this recipe called was it called Monkey Business, which was the hef. It was a banana hef.
Okay.
So this had like a very banana cream pie vibe when you smelled it. But then it just kind of became a hazy IPA. But they dialed it down. Like, you could actually like pair their pastry IPA, their hazy IPA. You could pair that with a dessert if you wanted to. Like, it's not.
neat.
It's in check. It's not like a dessert forward thing at all. Aroma wise, it is, but not the taste. So, yeah.
Damn.
I don't think we talked about that, so I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, and you threw up a bunch of pictures on Facebook from that bocce night.
Yeah, and it was cool because it reminded me that, you know, we hung out with Gabe Magliaro. We had him on the pod.
Yeah.
And then, you know, his partner in crime, Matt Gallagher. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just kind of talking to him, and I'm like, man, we have, like, between those two things, like, we got a pretty good snapshot of what the Half Acre Boys been doing since Balmoral opened, which I believe this is, I want to say year 4.
That's been 4 years. Oh.
I think so.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because this is the 4th Big North, and the Big North has always been at Balmoral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
So apparently that place, it was a lighting company that sat for 2 years. So the neighborhood was really excited that somebody was moving in, you know, because you got these, like, there's like a senior citizen home right there, and it's like, man, you know, this is an issue. We got this big empty building here. Like, something needs to happen.
Yeah.
So
The buildings are dying and the people are dying. We need some fresh life.
So here they come, you know, with massive space, very cool space, and it gives us a chance to go to a part of neighborhood, part of town I didn't even know really existed.
Right.
Like Bowmanville, you're like, come on, you just made that up.
Oh yeah, I had friends that lived in Bowmanville for a while, and they moved out right before they knew Half Acre was coming, but they sold their house and moved to Evanston, literally like probably months before this opened. So
yeah, it very much feels like a.
So I'd been up that way. Yeah.
Burb. Yeah.
Nice. I also made it over to Beguile.
Right on.
Always a good spot.
Like Beguile.
We still have that. I think that batch 500 to drink.
Is that the barley wine? Maybe.
I forget. Yeah, we have talked about it, and then it was given to us as a gift.
Yeah, I think it is the barley wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Nick gets on with coconuts and barley wine.
Dude, I'm not disagreeing with these things.
So I made it over there. I think I just had one, or I think I just had one beer. I had something I hadn't had before. It was good. I don't know how to I forget what it was. Yeah. It was good. I love Beguile's menu is usually fairly big. There's usually something, at least one or two things you haven't had.
Yeah.
One of them is usually a big stout that you're like, it's Tuesday night. I don't know if I should have this tonight. And then there's like usually another low ABV beer.
ABV. Yeah. Yeah, you might have the one, and then that might be all you have.
Right.
Dog friendly, Beguile. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And their tap room fills up quick.
Yeah, it was full. We were standing. I think we were just standing around a barrel, chatting for a little bit. So that was good.
Yeah.
And then I also made it over to Eris.
Oh, right on.
Last night.
The goddess of chaos, Eris.
Mm-hmm. My buddy who loves to go to Old Irving. I was like, Old Irving's great, but you need to try something else. And Eris is literally almost across the expressway from Old Irving.
It's less than a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go here. So we did that.
Right on. Now, brewery and cider house.
Right.
Eris.
Yeah.
From Michelle Foyk.
I don't usually mess with the ciders. I usually get the beer.
Yeah.
I went with one of their classic IPAs to start with. It was like IPA, yeah.
Okay.
And then I went with one of the blends. I like the blends.
Oh, like a cider IPA blend?
Yeah, they do 50-50 beers.
Okay.
Like they have a berry Forkin, because Forkin's the...
Forkin Hayes took the
yeah.
bronze. And the first
so they have like a cider version of that, where they mix that, and that's really nice. Well, I did try one of the ciders. I did the Blush, which was like a dark cherry kind of flavor. It was good.
Yeah. I think we were talking about, because I still haven't been in. I went and I just sat on the patio. So I still don't know what the inside looks like.
Oh. What?
But
so it's huge in there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I was telling Michelle Foyk, I saw her briefly, and I was like, man, Brad, we just had Virtue Cider, because she's responsible for Virtue Cider. She was the lead salesperson there, and then she managed Goose, she managed Rev sales at Rev. Oh, but anyway, I'm like, yeah, we were drinking the Virtue Rosé, and and like I feel like it said Oregon on the can, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and we were all confused by that because we know it's up in Michigan, and she was kind of confused by it too. And I think she was saying she wasn't really a big fan of like rosé being like a real wine style.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like okay.
Because many people, because there's so many, like if there's beer, if there's cider, rosé cider, like a lot of times that color's coming from, it might come from the red apple. Well,
yeah.
A lot of times it's coming from like hibiscus.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The rosé wine, it's a blend of some kind. Like I don't know all the rules.
I don't either.
Or the rosé cider. It's a term used as a pink color thing. Like right? Like a rosé wine
After
is
talking with
different.
them, I'm like, I don't know if
different,
this is even wine. Is it even wine anymore? I don't know.
But it's different than a rosé cider. Like, what are they sharing? Just the color, like, or the hibiscus, like you said, like. So I agree with her that it's probably not something she'd like, because it's a term that's thrown around. It's kind of like haze, right? Haze isn't a descriptor of the taste. It's a what it looks like, and that's what rosé kind of almost became a descriptor of what it looks like.
I hear that.
Not so much what it tastes like.
Yeah, and there's different ways you can arrive at the haze, like we talked about before.
Yeah.
Like there's different ways to get that cloudiness. So, Yeah, I want to go back, man. I've never been inside.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Food's good. I didn't eat, but he had the candied bacon and a burger, and so he dug it.
Yeah.
But I think Old Irving still holds the place in his heart.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, and like we had just went there and did the podcast.
That was
so,
a good app. I like that
if you
app.
missed that, go check that out. And I, always love going up there and supporting them. But I was like, I was just there. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about hope for the day. Apparently, there's a Sip for the Day cafe in Chicago. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's got the fruited sours. He's got the IPAs. Yeah, the brew pub's cool. There's cocktail program. That's a good episode.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, apparently Eris used to be like a church. It used to be like a Korean church.
Oh, I thought it was a Jewish.
It was that too.
Oh.
It was two different types of churches.
Okay.
Well, I think one of it was two different. Yeah.
No, I thought it was like a
ethnicities.
Jewish community center. Right? Was that? Am I making that? Like I thought there like. Didn't someone tell us there was a basketball court on the second or third floor?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this too now. Somebody did.
This
say it.
might have been Trevor at Old
Oh
Irving.
yeah, it might have been. It had to be either Trevor or.
It's probably on the episode, and people are like, "You guys just talked about that." I didn't. So he might have told us it was also a Korean spot, Korean barbecue.
I was just throwing everything against the wall. I think I was at some party last night, and I was like, "Yeah, it used to be a synagogue, and it was a mosque, and the Masons used to do rituals there." I just started, and the wine comes out, you heard something, and then you like loosely repeat it, and now it's just like, it gets weird. It gets weird quick. One thing they said was cool though was like they had a chef, had a baby, and he's like, "Man, I'm a first time dad. And I'm done being a chef. I'm gonna just go be a dad." So then they hired a chef, and she was a female.
Yeah.
So now it's like female owner, female brewmaster, female chef. It's like
great.
It's pretty cool. They're getting things done over there.
Nice.
That's cool.
That was my journeys this week. Not a bad little run.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. You were out.
I didn't post a lot of pictures on Instagram. I did some stories, but these breweries put your logo on the glass. I want to take a good photo.
Brad's a stickler for that.
And if it's just a glass of orange juice,
What are you gonna do with that?
I don't. It doesn't look that great.
Yeah, you gotta like find something in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much work.
Put your logo.
Selfishly, we
They have pint glasses at Eris that have their logo on them, but they don't serve their beer in pint glasses. Like their water's in pint glasses.
Okay.
Or at least the beers I ordered weren't in pint glasses.
Yeah. I think I got a dry hop cider when I was there.
Okay. Go back. Go inside.
I need to check out the Jewish Japanese
Barbecue
mosque
gymnasium
brewery cider house.
I think next time I'm gonna have them go to Twisted Hippo because also over there. Those are your 3 spots there.
Right on. We got to get back to Twisted Hippo.
Okay.
Yeah. We got to make it over there.
Nice. All right. Anything else you hit up or check out this past week?
No, that was it. Shout out to River Roast. I went over there just to have a patio season. Welcome to the patio. They open at 11. It's right at the right off the Chicago River there.
Okay.
A couple blocks from House of Blues. Oh, but to my surprise, man, they got an all Chicago tap list, Chicagoland, all 15 drafts. Yeah, with some pretty cool stuff on there, and that's not what I was expecting over there because I work right in Merchandise Mart, and the bars in Merchandise Mart, they're just okay, but no one's focusing on all Chicago stuff down there.
Oh, cool.
So it's cool that they do that. So cheers to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's all I did.
Cool. All right. What do we got coming up this week? We previewed probably the best event happening this weekend last week.
Yeah.
With Hop Review.
Man.
Ultra Fresh.
Ultra Fresh. The Fresh Fest.
The freshest of the fresh. Festus.
So this is at their new location. This is at their space. Mm-hmm. This is basically at the end of the brewing district. This is gonna be Saturday. What time they partying Saturday, man?
I'm blanking on the time, but Reinhall is gonna be pouring their beer schnapps,
Okay.
which I had. I had
Really?
this weekend because our buddy Ken Huntemeter,
Right on. Honey money.
he had it.
Oh, he had the beer schnapps.
He had the beer schnapps because Goose Island gave them the beer.
Oh.
And so it was Bourbon County that they turned into beer schnapps. So
Right
I
on.
tried it, and
Did you love it?
I liked it.
Okay.
But I was trying to I still don't understand this. I get that they used the beer
so they
and
took
made a schnapps, not like a,
What is schnapps?
like you'll see it like it's
Is it
like
like a liqueur?
apple pucker.
Okay.
That's schnapps.
Yeah, you're right.
But this is different because it's beer schnapps.
I know all the other stuff they make brandies mostly.
Oh, they do.
Ryan
Okay.
Hall does. They might make like an absinthe or
So
something.
it was nice to try. It's almost like one of those things you'd want after dinner, like a digestif, or
yeah.
like a
Digestif.
just a little shot. Like I did a taste and I was like, all right, but I think they're gonna be doing cocktails with it.
That's gonna be good.
That should be fun.
Yeah. So apparently, the Hop Review guys share the building with Ryan Hall. I think they were saying, and there's a dock. So this is at 2019 West Carroll, 5 to 9 on Saturday. Man, ultra fresh. They got over 30 breweries. Ryan Hall and Metric Coffee will be there. This is gonna be good. Maple was bringing like this peach, Mr. Shaky.
Whoa. Okay.
Some out of town folk gonna be there this year.
Yeah. Everything is, I think, within the week, right?
Yeah, should be a hoot. This is a collab with Lou Dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
And our buddy Matt Tanaka,
Right on.
the Stout Collective, he shares a space there, so he'll be there. Formerly of Lakeshore Beverage, Hop Review, Ryan Hall, Metric Coffee. I'm sure you'll see some Right Way Sign people, even though it's not at Right Way Sign, but
Yeah, and then there's
supporters.
that new Pilot Brewery.
Oh yeah, Pilot.
I think it's called Pilot.
Yeah,
So you walk in and you'll get
a can from them.
you get a can from them. It's collab with For the Fest. So this is a $45 ticket. You get the tote bag, you get the beer, you get all the beers.
That
get a
Pilot place sounds interesting.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's kind of like a stripped down version of what Great Central is doing. Is that what they're doing? It's like an incubator for other breweries. Is that what Pilot is? You think?
No, I thought they're called Pilot.
Oh,
They're not a Pilot brewery.
oh,
Their
so,
name is Pilot,
I'm so confused, man.
right? That's what I thought. But
But that's a brand new project. There's so many projects coming on, man. And then there's a brewer who was at Lagunitas that's doing opening a brewery like off the 606.
well,
Yeah,
where
in
What?
Humboldt Park. Yeah,
How do I get involved in this?
I don't know, man.
I'm always running on the 606.
Yeah,
I'll
so
maybe make it that far.
they're calling it a brewery incubator and tasting room.
Oh, the Pilot.
Pilot,
Oh, okay.
and they're hiring. That's in Logan.
Okay.
Logan's gonna be it. They're gonna be the first neighborhood to 10 breweries, I bet.
Crazy. The district brew yards or brewing districts got to step it up. Well, district brew yards, what do they got? They got 3. Then they
In
got
the brew yards.
yeah. Then they got All Rise,
Yeah,
Great Central, Finch,
yeah.
Goose, and On Tour.
Yeah. What's that?
Couple
8?
too shy.
There's
10 out
two
of
more.
10.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Well, if District Brew Yards would have added the 4th brewery, if they would add Chicago Beer Pass as the
Chicago,
4th brewery,
Change that fourth wall. Make Chicago.
we'll
Beer
do
Pass.
we'll do black IPAs, coconut barley wines,
Yeah.
and we'll do what did I come up with last week? Some sort of hazy sour, or no? We'll do
I think it was
black
hazy.
black sour IPA, black sour haze.
Oh man, I was with you there, man. That'll be limited run. Everything's gonna go in 16-ounce cans, no matter what we make.
Yeah,
You know, still have a brew yards way.
we're doing 2-packs too.
I love 2-packs. They're so cute.
Yeah.
2-packs are adorable, man. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in town, man. Oh, so yeah, that's the big event this weekend. Ultra Fresh.
Nice.
Also this weekend, Beer Miscuit's 5th anniversary.
Wow. Okay.
So they've been doing a series of events. This Saturday, they got a combo. You get the poster and you get the field guide for $20.
Okay.
And then the first 30 customers will get it for free when they buy a pint.
Cool.
So
And they got a beer coming out with Burnt City or District Brew?
around
the bend. Oh, around the bend.
Around the bend. Rye Pale Ale.
So is that going to be available for the
I think so.
party
I
or
think it's gotta be,
right
'cause
after?
it just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 5% pale ale with oat pale ale.
Okay.
So cheers to those guys. Lagunitas, man. Lagunitas' 5th anniversary in Chicago is this weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, same day. So they're doing all $5 drafts, and then they got a beer for the occasion.
Cool.
It's called like a shift beer or something. The Mousetrap is coming out with a pair of beers, margarita-inspired beers, called Beer for Tacos. Yeah, so it's a margarita-inspired goza, right? And then you can try the non-barrel-aged version of the margarita goza, or you can try the tequila barrel-aged version. Both will be for sale at the Mousetrap.
This weekend?
Yeah, little Margie goza.
I might be down to try that. Will there be tacos there at the time?
I hope so, man. There better be tacos. It's beer for tacos.
But they don't have food there.
So we gotta truck it then, right?
I guess they probably need a truck. You can't have a taco beer with no tacos. So I guess who is there? Be the closest taco place? Whole Foods might have tacos for you. Other than that, I don't know. You could, I guess, bring in your own tacos.
Says they'll have appropriately themed snacks.
Well, tacos then, right?
The tacos in the name.
Churros.
We have every flavor churro you can imagine
Cool.
for this taco event.
All right. So, all right. So I got Ultra Fresh, and I got to go over to the Mousetrap.
Yes. Cheers to the. That's actually all I got for events.
Events. All right.
Yeah. Let's dive into a little bit of news. Chicago Beer Society announced that they're doing a party to add into their schedule. July 13th is called the Hazy Days of Summer. So it's a $35 ticket, and they're going to do it's a competition.
Okay.
Yeah. So tickets are on sale now. We should go to this. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't been to a beer
I'm a
society.
Chicago Beer Society member. I've been a member. My PayPal is just linked, and I'm like, every year I'm like, oh yeah, I can charge the whatever $50 or whatever.
So it's like, yeah. So they're looking at hazy as like all the hazy styles, right? So like,
I'm surprised these old boys got on it.
right. So they're talking unfiltered. You know, they
Unfiltered wheats.
unfiltered wheats. You know, traditionally cloudy beers. And
Oh,
of course,
they're
IPAs.
going.
Yeah.
They're opening it up to.
Yeah. Because you know, wit beers is hazy.
It's the original haze.
Original haze. Yeah. So
Allagash White, the original haze.
So this is 30 breweries at a place called the man, I've never heard of this place. Space Studios.
No. Cool.
So
Hazy Days of Summer.
so good for them. Maplewood's in the news, man. Apparently they might expand outside of Maplewood to 4300 West Montrose.
Yeah.
I want to say that's like Jeff Park or something.
Ravenswood, Jefferson Park.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's Montrose that way.
You're
So on the other side.
You're past Pulaski at that point, so
Ooh, okay.
that's pretty far west. You know, the
Is
Maple
that-
Room,
Huh.
the current location. Well, you know, they do contract brew at Great Central.
Right.
But the Maple Room, I hope this is an expansion because the Maple Room sits at the end of Maplewood, the street.
Yeah, I feel like they need to keep that for
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I don't know, like iconic reasons, right?
Yeah. So then, like, what does it sound like? I don't know, but it sounds like maybe just bringing back production in house and having a bigger space to party.
It makes sense. They've probably reached a point where Great Central is, doing good job for them, but they could get more money if they expanded and did it themselves, or
Yeah, you got to break Great Central off every time they make a brew for you.
because there is nobody I've ever heard say Maplewood's beers are not good. Those aren't words anyone speaks of, right?
Yeah.
They say it's loud in there, but the beers are good. Like yeah, that's awesome.
I like the Maple Room. Goose Island's in the news.
Maple House will be the new spot.
Maple House. Goose Island's releasing a beer this week called A Lost Palate. So one of their brewers had cancer, and the only thing he could taste, he lost his palate to treatment. The only thing he could taste was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So they're making a Cinnamon Toast Crunch inspired beer and releasing it. And proceeds are going to
He made that up.
Lurie Cancer Center. So this is mango, cinnamon, oat, and lactose in an IPA. Lost Palate.
I feel like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it sounds like some like kid made that up. Mom, all I can taste is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's
like
it. Can't taste shit.
you just have to buy that for me.
Like it's bothering me. I can't taste shit. Let's see what else. Oh, Pipeworks is in the news, man. It looks like they released something called a Real Gem, and it's an unfiltered oat IPA with guava. So they admitted that it's not looking very gem-like because the pectin they used from the guava and the proteins for the oats have created, a bit of a mess in the
Okay.
in the bottle. So when you pour it, they it's not very appealing. It sounds like. So they're offering refunds. They're saying it's still drinkable, but if you purchased a Real Gem, it looks like Pipeworks is here to make it right for you by offering you a refund.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it for news, man.
And for news, we could say this was Goose Island rumors / news, but we didn't talk about this, was the Bourbon County labels came out.
Oh, BCS labels are out?
Yeah.
But they like to play games with people's emotions, man, because last year, Neapolitan, which for me is still top of the food chain for BCS variants, was one of the labels, but that shit never came out.
Right. I think they're playing games with people. There's a handful of labels. One of them is also Oyster Stout.
BCS
bourbon.
Oyster Stout?
Yeah.
I do not understand oyster stouts, man. Mm-hmm. I don't really want oysters in my stout.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Ken's lady, Ken Huntemeter's wife.
Right on.
She's at Goose Island now and comes from Blue Point. Blue Point, right?
Yeah, New York.
Yeah.
When they do an oyster stout.
They have oyster stout.
Oh, shit. So there's some legs here.
Right. But I told her people don't want oyster stouts. I told her this directly. I'm like, people on the coast, they like them. Oyster stouts are good. When they're done good, they're good.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them.
No
one in Tennessee is gonna want your oyster stout. That's just, it's not a thing. Even in Chicago, no one wants your oyster stout.
Oyster stout. I had last oyster stout I had was Half Acre and Floyd's.
Okay.
And it was a really cool label because they're all on a ship. They all look like Vikings, all the members of the cruise. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I love the bottle, but fuck this beer. It's an oyster stout.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the end of my oyster stout stories.
What do you? Yeah, I would be concerned for a big brewery like Goose Island doing that. There's a lot of people with shellfish allergies, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to play this? You want to roll this dice?
It could be.
If you have an allergy and you get an oyster stout, that's probably on you. But I wouldn't think AB would want to mess with what could happen because of that. Like, oh, I didn't think oysters was in your oyster stout. Like, yeah.
It could be one of those things where it's like, like we talked about how many different variants of Dark Lord there were. Like 9, 10, 13 some years. But then, like, the bottle count is drastically different. Like, on the high end, it's French Vanilla Misha, 1,600 bottles.
Yeah.
But on the small end, there's this Reptile Fund, which is like tequila barrel aged, and there's like 250 of them, and that's it. So, I mean, if you're going to do a super small run of an oyster, I'd actually be okay with that.
So maybe
just as a novelty, just kind of like.
It only comes out in, a nod to Blue Point or just in Chicago or not for the masses.
Yeah. I'd be okay with a very small run. Yeah. Because there's a store in Oak Forest, right? And you go in there right now. Like, I got 2 bottles of wheat wine from there, like, Saturday. Yeah. And they had, like, a whole case of the barley wine, the coffee barley wine. See, I don't want oyster stout sitting around like that, It's like there's oyster stout everywhere.
That'd be weird, yeah. So there are a bunch of labels. That's the one that I know popped up and it caught my interest. I don't remember what else there was, but
Yeah. Oh, they rest in peace, King Henry. They poured out the last of the King Henry.
Oh, okay. But knowing the label's already out, they start bottling in, is it September?
I think so.
Right? So they will
you're
all be in bottles in So these beers are done.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
they're just kind of like, are we about time?
So that's essentially 3 months out.
Yeah. They're
Wow. Man, that sucks, man. I haven't had one beach day yet, and 3 months from now is BCS season.
Maybe they'll do a coconut for you. So.
I'm buying some property in New Orleans, man. I can't.
Then you can drink all the oyster stouts you want.
Can't take this, man.
All day. All right. That should do it. We should get out of here.
Right on.
Nick, where can people find you? Get in touch when we're not here.
Right on, man. I'm on Twitter at Nicosia.
And I'm on Twitter at BRAD, Chicago Beer Pass, Instagram. If we're not posting photos, there's stories up there. Check that out. Nick's posting photos on Facebook.
Good job by you on the stories, too, man. I lack on the stories.
Yeah, well, some pictures, just some of the pictures aren't good enough for the feed. So you gotta throw them up there. Facebook's got pictures, usually like albums of pictures from events.
Yeah.
Share other events that we don't mention here, things we come across at bottle releases, like Noon Whistle has a can release every day. Alarmist has stuff coming up. Everyone's got things coming up, so we share them there. Get your tickets for Oak Park Microbrew and
We're going to be there.
Big North.
We're going to be there.
And yeah, we'll see you at Ultra Fresh. Take care.
Cheers.